A day of no power today, so I don't know if you can see it. We've had the turbinator flashing at us all day. I think they're upgrading some of the cables going across from the big three-phase transformer at the top of the hill going across the moat field. I think a neighbour of ours is having his power put in and the cables couldn't carry enough, so they've had to put new cables in. So yeah, day without power for us. Not that it really matters to me because most of my stuff is outside. Whether or not I'll be doing a video, any editing today, because I try and do some of my editing in the mornings now, mainly because I find if I edit too late in the evening I can't sleep. It keeps me awake, so it's just like buzzing in my ears, and so I try and do some of it in the morning. So none today. So tomorrow's video I've either got to do more time tonight or more time first thing tomorrow morning, whatever. Anyway, but loads of things gone on today. Quite a lot of family stuff today, so things that I can't really video because it's inappropriate. But yeah, so not an awful lot happening today, so great way to start, I know. But anyway, this lot got a nice clean bed, still mucky in the yard, so I'll do that tomorrow. That was a job I wanted to do yesterday and the day before, and events over the last 36 hours have kept me from doing the yard. That's nice to do, but as far as I'm concerned, the bed and having somewhere dry and clean to lie, that is a need to do. So that is done. So we've done it again. So wood chip, we got plenty of old bales of haylage. So the far end we've put haylage in, and I think that's mainly, I'm seeing if it's what difference that makes, which they prefer to lie on. At the moment they all seem to be quite happy with the haylage, but I think they're eating it. I think that's why. I think they're actually munching on some of it. So that's them. And the young stock, they've had some as well, so I'll take you around and show them. I've actually only just finished. I've only just got the camera out as well, but it was kind of all these jobs I wanted doing. I haven't had much time today before it gets dark, and I just want to crack on. So sharing everything with you guys is fine, but it just means it takes twice as long moving cameras around and mucking about. So today it was more important actually to get the cattle sorted out and make sure they were happy for the night and settled, and etc, etc. So again, they've had the other half of the old haylage bale, and of course they're eating. If I was to put that bale in there, they'd turn their noses up at it and go, nah, don't want it. Put it on the floor, they walk on it, and all of a sudden it's delicious. I can't remember if that bale was 2 or 3 years old. It didn't smell the best, you know. There was definitely a little bit of white mycelia fousiness, especially on the outside of it. So we scrapped some of it, but yeah, that's a nice fresh hay bale, which they obviously are enjoying. But some of them would just as soon eat eat that. Keep it regular, I suppose, isn't it? So this is obviously going to be a short one because I haven't got much time. The sun's only about 25-30 minutes away from being set. It'll be dark. What can I tell you? What else has happened today that I can talk about? Oh, power's back on. I'm just thinking, why is that light on up there? And then it clicked. The only reason that light's come back on up there is because our power's back on. Oh, Mrs. P will be happy. She can get back on her computer and do some work. Right, okay, so we moved a whole load of these bags yesterday. The video you would have seen last. These bags here are actually pine wood, and quite likely I will burn this myself. I actually quite like a bit of pine wood, and believe it or not, log burners were kind of designed for this stuff. So if I get this definitely isn't going to get burnt for at least 12 months. So, and because I'm not selling this as such, I'm not too worried about leaving this out. So this can stay out for the time being, and I'll put it in when I've got space. On the end there, we've got one more bag of ashwood. That's one that Mikey and the boys did yesterday afternoon when they finished. They had an hour or so left over, so they just come and did a bag. That's one of the beauties of having the log store and a pile at home, is if they finish a job early, they haven't got to twiddle their thumbs. I've got a way of keeping them busy. Well, I might as well get me pounds worth out of them, haven't I? What else can I tell you? Oh yeah, more comments we had with reference to when I tipped all this rubbish in the middle of the yard, in case of surely I'd be better off getting rid of this than having the island in the middle of the yard. Yes, we would. And yes, the intention is that that entire heap, mound, everything, including the trees, are all destined to go. I think the plan was we would like to build another 60 by 30 barn on the side of this. Not the lean-to, but the same as the original on the side of this, so we can extend our cattle housing. And this here, we would probably dig it out, and I wouldn't put a pit in there, but I would put concrete walls and a concrete floor or something, and maybe a roof if I can afford it. And we'd have that as our muck storage. So I got a funny feeling that muck, slurry, all that sort of stuff over the next 5 years is going to get tightened up. What we can and can't do is definitely going to get tightened up. So we're just hanging fire a little bit. I think the government are going to be announcing new plans and maybe even some grant aid in 2022. So it's one of those things where I could maybe have a go at building something next year, and then the year after I could have got a 40 or 50% grant towards it. So we'll probably hang fire. If we get a dry year, this goes. We've already got a space down in what we call the nature reserve. There's an area down there that is just rubble, and I can't get around the outside of it. So the choice was either to dig all the rubble out and move it, which would be an awful lot of work, or I can bury the rubble underneath this and just build the levels up to say 4 foot all round, which means I can then drive a tractor around it. And that kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. I get rid of this, and probably 4 times that I could get rid of, and make it so that I can actually get the tractor out. We always wanted to be able to get the tractor around the outside of the little nature reserve. So if we want to control hedges or want to basically do anything, get in there, the idea was to have a ride all around the outside. So plans and ideas. So anyway, they're calm now. I did actually try recorded them going in there on my phone to post on my Instagram. Didn't work very well. Somehow I managed to turn the recording off as they were coming through the gate. So, but you could take my word for it that when they first got in there and saw that, there was a lot of bellowing, a lot of mooing, there was oofs and muck and what's name flying in all directions. They were quite happy, and they're still quite happy. Eating it. Why are you eating that? Have that. Yes. What are you trying to tell me? Hey? You two? Miss Butter Wouldn't Melt and her friend also Butter Wouldn't Melt. Look at it, eh? Alright, I'm coming in. Oh good. No one's emptied the barrow. I'll do that as well then. Everything is fed. Everything has fresh water, clean water. Everybody has clean, fresh bed. Calves are down there racing around like a bunch of baby hooligans, because that's what they are. Soon to grow into, well, juvenile hooligans, and then just hooligans. Like their older siblings, cousins, whatever, in the barn there. So, what's up, Peps? Hey? What's up? If I do this up, we won't tell anybody, alright? We won't tell anybody that you... Oh, come here! Ah! You're sitting on my lap, alright? If you don't tell, I won't tell. Yeah, it might look like a soft, you know, lap dog, but you're still quite happy to go and steal the bird's grub, or chase the chickens, or round up the geese. That's the new game, rounding up the geese and the turkey. Not that you can do it now because they're all shut in, so you've got no one to round up now, have you? But the second she thought your back was turned, if she could get out near those geese, that was it. Right, I mean the geese were going dizzy. She was going round and round and round and round. Then she changed direction, go the other way. Yes, I know. I know. Yes. But other than that, you are adorable. We don't really want licky faces. Okay, you don't mind. No, not really. No. I know what you've been eating. I don't know what it was earlier, but it stank. It was whatever it was. Sometime in the past it had a heartbeat, but it no longer had a heartbeat, and it was properly... Not to you though. To you it was delicious. Dirty dog. This time of year, with the livestock, you may have gathered, it's pretty much same routine. If not every day, every couple of days, everything's got to be fed, everything's got to be cleaned out, everything's got to be checked and looked after, and that's kind of it. There's nothing you can do out on the land because it's just too wet. I would like to go out there with harrows and the stuff that we'd mucked earlier, sort of put the harrows over it and just knock it about a little bit, and then come spring, when the grain's right, we can then put the roll over it so any stones can be pressed into the grain before the grass starts really growing, and then when we mow it, we're not going to be knocking blades off our mower. That's how it's supposed to work. There she is. Where have you been? Hey? Where have you... Hello? Come here. I ain't got room for both of you up here. Oh, and you as well. Right, I'm going to get jealous now, so you better go down. Go on, look her up. Hello, hello. You've had yours. You've had more than your fair share, you have. Yes, I know, Gypsy. I know. Look at top, blimey. It's like a bag of snakes, it is. Hey? Yeah, don't worry, Gypsy. You're getting your fair share. Yes, you're getting your fair share. See, Gypsy used to get on my lap. But you're a bit big for that now, ain't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, okay. All right, okay, that's enough. I'll have your share later. Thank you. Right, off. Right, see you tomorrow, folks. I've got to empty that. That's delivery. Okay. Well, it doesn't say for repeat, but so to me, I don't remember ordering anything. There's some madness going on through there. Ignore them. What have we got here? I can't read it, even with glasses on. Okay. Well, that's how much it was. I was a bit intrigued because the box is marked fragile. Martin's Chocolatier, festive chocolate pies. And another one, festive chocolate pies. All right, so look. Mince pie. Oh, mince pies. Oh, I like mince pies. mince pies. Blimey, they ain't very cheap mince pie. Ooh. Right, so one of you out there, and I'm assuming that you're watching this, one of you keeps sending me sweeties and chocolate, which is very, very nice. The last lot was the Lindor Chucky orange thingies, which Holly tried to steal, and I stole them back. And what I can say is they go really nice with vanilla ice cream. So I've been having about 3 a day on a bit of ice cream, and they go really well with that. So these are chocolate mince pies. Right, so I'm not a huge fan of white chocolate, so they're quite cute though, aren't they? Ooh. Well, that's not a traditional mince pie, but that is a bit liqueurish. I don't think I should have more than one at a time with those, because that's probably really naughty. Sugar, cocoa butter. Okay. They are really nice. Martin's Chocolatier from Nottingham. Right, I don't know if I want to share them very much, but I've got 2 boxes. What's it? I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8 in a box, 16. I think I'd be a bit piggy if I ate all of them, wouldn't it? So maybe I'll let somebody have one. Thank you to whoever sent them. A tasty alternative to the traditional mince pie. For sure. I mean, I like mince pies a lot. I could probably eat 2 mince pies in a sitting, and these are small. I could probably eat 2 of those in a sitting as well. But I think any more than 2, probably double my daily allowance intake of calories. Calories per 100 grams, 501 kilocalories per 100 grams. And how much is in there? 104 grams. Okay. So, yeah. So does that mean I could eat 4 boxes of those a day? Just nothing else. Thank you very much. Very thoughtful, very Christmassy, very grateful. Thank you. I'd say stop sending me chocolates and naughty stuff, but you know I don't mean it. So. Right, we finally got our power back on, so I can now actually do a little bit of editing. It's 26 minutes past 4. The tree team should be back in a minute. I need to debrief them when they get back to find out how they got on today, to work out how long they're going to be where they are again tomorrow, to work out tomorrow's work for them, and then yeah, back to editing. So right, thank you. I'm not going to have another one tonight. Well, not on purpose. I might accidentally have one later on, but it won't be deliberate, as long as you know.